So, this is my continuation of previewing WrestleMania 31. We are less than 2 weeks away, and the next match I'll be talking about is Sting going up against Triple H. Sting's first ever match in the WWE ever in wrestling history. Sting, the guy that pretty much was one of the faces of WCW through the 80s, through the 90s, was there all the way up until the end of WCW, the day that WCW died. He left the wrestling world, went to TNA. For some reason, that run in TNA never existed because Sting's been gone for 14 years, even though he went on a show simultaneously live to Monday Night Raw back in 2010. Yeah, remember that? Remember the Monday Night Wars? Yeah, that didn't really happen in WWE's eyes, but because there wasn't really a war if let's say like a little country is trying to battle like a continent. That's essentially what it was. A little tiny island trying to battle a continent. Ain't gonna happen. You might have like 1 million people. They got like billions of people. You know, like, an entire continent of people versus one little crappy island. But anyways, that is irrelevant to the video. We have Sting returning, the vigilante Sting trying to take out the Authority. Sting returning, debuting at Survivor Series, costing the Authority out of its power. But then the Authority would regain its power, then Sting would come back and mess up Triple H countless times, almost saving Team WWE's, the opponents on Team WWE's jobs, and Triple H has been irate about it. So he called out Sting. Sting shows up at Fastlane. Triple H knows Sting kind of wants a match because he says he's pretty much gonna beat him up and take him out of wrestling history. I don't know how you take someone out of wrestling history unless you're gonna Benoit him. Triple H should have said, "I'm gonna Benoit you, Sting." But Sting pretty much beats up Triple H, points at the WrestleMania sign like, "I want a match." And he looks at me. Triple H looks at Sting like, "Really? You want a match with me? All right, I'll give you a match." And then Sting hit his Scorpion Death Drop, and the match was on. And we didn't see Sting until this past week on Raw when the Authority was about to beat down Randy Orton. The lights go out, the crow sound hits. Sting is in the ring. Sting and Randy Orton are face to face. Triple H. Randy Orton looks at Sting like, "What?" And then bam, chaos happens. Orton's hitting people with chairs. Sting's hitting people with bats, and it is pure awesomeness. So Sting versus Triple H. I honestly don't know who could win this match. Okay, so I see one of two ways. The whole point of the storyline is Sting just trying to take out the Authority. So what happens when Sting beats Triple H at WrestleMania 31? Does Triple H go out of power? Does he leave? What happens with Sting if he wins? Does he go after? Does he get a title shot? Like, what is it for Sting? What is it for Triple H? I know this is like some type of grudge match, I guess, because pretty much that's the whole reason this match has been built, because Sting cost Triple H out of stuff multiple times throughout the past 3 months now, and Triple H wants revenge on Sting. That's the only reason this match is happening. But I do see Sting, if Sting's gonna wrestle another match in WWE, I do see Sting he pretty much has to win this match, and I don't see any reason Triple H is gonna win this match. I see Triple H as a guy that's going to be like Vince McMahon. Every time he has a match at WrestleMania, he's going to put the guy over. He put Daniel Bryan over. He's going to put Sting over. But still, I will ponder till the end of time why he had to beat Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 29. Never need to put his career on the line. They never needed to make that step. Why did they have to back Triple H in the corner for that match to happen? And then Triple H beat Brock Lesnar, and then Brock Lesnar beats The Undertaker 1 year later at WrestleMania. Never will ever understand that booking and that logic for WWE. But I think this will be an epic encounter. I think this will be actually like one of the matches that steal the show. I think a lot of people are expecting a ladder match to steal the show in a more wrestling style match, but an overall presentation and feel of the match, all the hype going into this match, watching the video packages, I bet, watching the entrances when Sting finally comes down to the ring in his gear, because Sting looking in really good shape when he was in the ring on Monday. 56, he didn't look 56 at all. He looked like he was in his 40s. But pretty much, I think Sting has to win this match. I think this match will be pretty good. I think Triple H is probably going to rehearse this match down in NXT. So I think they're going to have everything good together. This match can go longer than 20 minutes, and I do think that Sting will beat Triple H, hit him with a Stinger Splash, hit him with Scorpion Death Drop. Will not hit the Scorpion Death Lock to make Triple H tap out. I don't think it'll go that far. But I think Sting will kick out a pedigree. I think the Sledgehammer might get involved, the bat might get involved, but I don't see any disqualification counter or any of that garbage, because this is for me, the match I'm most excited for. The reason I'm kind of sad I'm not going to WrestleMania, because Sting is one of my favorite wrestlers ever, and I got to meet him last year at WrestleMania 30, and now he's at WrestleMania 31 wrestling, finally in WWE, something I've always wanted to see since I was a little kid. But Sting finally making it, and I'm kind of sad that I'm not going to see that live. That's the one thing I regret not going to WrestleMania 31 for, but it's kind of not worth spending over $2,000 for a trip not to see one match. I could live with that. But pretty much Sting, I think, is going to be Triple H. No doubt about it. And then maybe Sting will have a match at SummerSlam, and maybe have another match at WrestleMania 32. They have to stack that card up to the pretty much a dream card, because they're trying to sell, what, 80,000, 90,000 seats, and then kayfabe the number to say there's 100,000 in that arena. They want to sell out the Dallas Cowboys Stadium. What is it, AT&T Center? Well, there you have it. So Sting, Triple H, WrestleMania 31. I think this will steal the show. I think this match will be awesome. I think a lot of people underestimating him because of Sting's age and Triple H. But Triple H is one of the best wrestlers ever. I think Triple H will show that he could carry pretty much anyone in a match. There you have it. But I think the spectacle of WrestleMania will make that match feel bigger than what it actually is. Kind of like a Rock Hogan. Not saying that this match will be like Rock Hogan, but kind of have that same esque of a feel, but nowhere near close to that. It's just because the feel of seeing Sting wrestle in WWE ring will be, that alone I think will help the match a lot, and WrestleMania obviously help the match too, and then all that jazz. So there you have it. Sting's gonna beat Triple H. It's gonna be an epic match. It's gonna be one to remember, and it's gonna be like, wow, they should probably put that on last. That's what I think. So there you have it, and that is all.